What I want to do right now is to go over a project that I created. And this project, I did have it in GitHub, but I also do have it here. Basically, we're hardening our web server. We're going to be using RHEL 9. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to go ahead and we're going to first create a server. I have a couple nodes here. So my first node is going to be my control node. This control node is going to go ahead and control Ansible 3. What we have to do here, we're going to be running this playbook here, the provisioning web server.yaml. So we'll go ahead and just take a look at the actual playbook. It's going to be on our deb host, which is our Ansible 3. And these are going to be all our tasks. So initially what we want to do is we want to install Apache, HTTPD, and then our firewall. We're going to have to configure that. And we also have to install this, which is going to be our OpenSCAP scanner and the security guide as well. And we mark it as present so that it could be installed on that machine. Then we also want to start the services, which we're going to keep it in a loop. It's going to be Apache HTTPD and then firewall D. So we're going to start automatically with this particular task. Then what we would want to do is the firewall D. We want to activate this service here, which is HTTP, because that's how we are going to connect with Ansible on the index file here. So we're going to connect with our server using HTTP. So it's going to be permanent, state is going to be enabled, and it's going to be immediate. Now, the other thing that we would want to do is we're going to make sure that when we visit page, the server, we want to have a message. So this is going to be our message when we go ahead and access the server. Now, what we're going to do, everything seems to be fine. We're going to go ahead and run it. And let's see. So right now, we went ahead and ran the playbook. As you can see, it's just running here. Changed a couple things, which was Apache. It went ahead and installed it. It started it. It went ahead and it says that it opened up HTTP. So this is good here. So basically now, after it ran, I changed a couple things, as you can see here. So it seems like it went ahead and made those appropriate changes that we had to make. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and test it out and make sure that we can access the server. Let me go ahead and do this here. So what we'll do is we'll do curl HTTP, and then it's going to be ansible3.example.com because that's the host name. And then as you can see here, we are getting the message, which is basically the content that we added to Ansible to the index file. So now we are able to ping that server here, as you could see. We're basically gonna get the baseline of this system here, which is Ansible 3. Let's just go ahead and log into Ansible 3 real quick. The reason I wanted to go here is because, as you can see here right now, there's no message, there's no banner letting you know that you're accessing a server or machine that is protected. You'll see a change in a little bit. But the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to run this playbook here, audit baseline YAML. So we'll go ahead and I'll just show you the playbook here. As you can see here is phase 2 deb, which is Ansible 3. We don't need become because our Ansible config file already has this. That's fine. We'll leave it there. So basically what this is going to do, it's going to scan the VM, the virtual machine, against this profile here. And basically it's going to use this checklist right here if you ever want to learn more about this, you basically, since I already installed the tool here, you could just go ahead and grab the tool and then do H for help. This basically gives you some information. It is going to produce some errors because it's going through a big checklist, and as you'll see, not everything's going to be up to par, so because it's not hardened yet. So there's going to be errors, so that's why we're ignoring the errors. And then this here basically just grabs this report from Ansible 3 and then basically stores it here on the reports directory that I have set up so far. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I'm not going to save it because it was good as it was. So I'll go ahead and run it. Okay, so according to this report, the compliance and scoring report, you have 281 failed, I guess you could call them vulnerabilities, that we would have to look at. Now we could definitely go ahead and look at them individually. Basically, you have a login warning. So it right here pretty much tells you how you would go about modifying this particular vulnerability. This particular file will rest here, and this is the content that it would have. So whenever you're logging in, this is what you would be seeing when you're logging into Ansible 3. We could do it one by one, but I would rather just do it all or based off of a skeleton that already has all these configurations. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and run a role on Ansible 3 using a playbook, and then that should be able to take care of a lot of those vulnerabilities. We're gonna harden the system here. So we'll look at the playbook first. As you can see here, it's just Ansible 3, which is our deb host. And then you have the role that we're going to apply to Ansible 3. So here we have the finished playbook. Basically went through the whole role and it changed a lot of different things. Now what we would want to do is we would want to get the results. As you can see here, we went ahead and accessed Ansible 3 through SSH. Now it gives you this message whenever you try to log into Ansible 3. As you can see here, we have this playbook, which is our phase 5, or was supposed to be our phase 5. We're gonna run the scan here again. This is gonna be our profile that we're using, and then this is our checklist in a sense. Now it is gonna have errors, so it's gonna ignore them, and then this is gonna be the name of our files going into our directory reports. Go ahead and exit out of there. We're gonna run it. It's gonna be Ansible Playbooks, and then we're gonna run it. It's gonna take probably 2 minutes or so, or a minute. Gonna scan it again, give us a final report. Now it finished the report. If we go here to reports, we have the final report there. So now this is our final report. This is the compliance and scoring, and as you can see now, we have 263 pass and only 180, as you would call them, vulnerabilities. The system jumped up to 63%. So that was probably a 20% increase from what it was prior. You could see a couple things here. If you really wanted to harden it more, as you can see, there is a couple of other things that you could harden, and that's just depending on the organization. Basically, we have our firewall. We open up the HTTP service, make it permanent enabled. Yes. And then here, we basically, usually if we just do this, you get a 403 error. We just have to change the permissions here, the mode for this particular path or directory, so that we could basically access it. We'll go ahead and hit that, and then we'll run it. Okay, this one shouldn't take that long. It was pretty fast. Now if we curl Ansible, as you can see here, we now get that message again. The point of the project was to showcase that you can harden a system and showcase how you would go about hardening that system. And overall, as I mentioned before, you can't really harden it 100%. If it's hardened 100%, then it's unusable. Nobody could get into the actual system. So you have to, in a sense, find a balance. So hopefully this showcases a little bit of what we can do with Ansible. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you.